What do we have here? The deputy Senate president has said he is ready to die in defense of Sharia, and he doesn't give a damn about Donald Trump. Akpabio has said, hello, okay, you will be arrested, because he will not at any point in time dare speak to the president of the most powerful nation in the world. What we understand is yesterday there was a serious debacle, a face off. The tension was, increased. There was panic because there was this argument between the top southern senator and the top northern senator over the statement of Donald Trump that there is indeed a Christian genocide. In response, the northern senator said, I will stand firmly in defense of my religion. I will stand firmly in defense of Sharia. Donald Trump will not silence us. So Donald Trump will not intimidate the Fulanis. This is what is going on in the Senate. You see, when we begin to have such disgraceful debates between religious dichotomy in the Senate, then you will know that the very foundation of this contraption is very faulty. You will know and you will accept it. Because what we should have in the Senate is there should be a conversation where some Muslim senators will not be feeling attacked. What they should say instead is, Donald Trump, come and assist us. But that is not the case. What we have in this situation is Donald Trump should keep off the Nigerian conversation. He has no business with the Nigerian problems. That we are in Nigeria, let us, solve our issues in our own way. Oh God, we know they solve our issues in our way. Yeah, but you see, the problem I have is the likes of Akpabio, because of so many things that they've doubled their hands, these unclean activities, they will not be able to speak up. They will not be able to stand in way and speak against every northern force that wants to keep stifling us from saying our own truth. Yes, because they know that, I know that if Akpabio wants to say some words now, these northern lawmakers will begin to expose him. They might just begin to tell us so many of his financial atrocities. So it is crazy that Nigeria, after the return of democracy in 1999, we've practiced this constitution, tried to deceive ourselves. Even at that, nothing seems to be working, and nothing will work. Apparently, nothing will work. What Akpabio must do is begin to push the agenda of restructuring. He should begin to push the agenda of total restructuring, because at this stage it seems that the Fulani oligarchs, the Fulani structures are at the lowest point. I mean, I've never seen, since the return of democracy in 1999, I have not seen, watched, and be so joyous to know that these oligarchs, these Fulanis, are at their weakest point. The emergence, okay, of Donald Trump has put serious fear in the structures of the Fulani oligarchs. I mean, look at on my screen, you will notice that so many of their influencers on all social medias who have been trying to counter the narrative that is Christian genocide, all of a sudden, overnight, are now saying that if Donald Trump insists that he wants to come, no problem. He should come and bomb the terrorists. He should just bomb the terrorists. In fact, we are calling for the ban of open grazing. But Nigeria must not divide. Really? So Nigeria must not divide, but Donald Trump can come and kill the terrorists, kill the bandits. That is what we want. But when they say that Nigeria will have to face some level of restructuring, some level of repositioning. No. Well, I thought you guys said you were ready to be a martyr for the Sharia cause. The fear of the most powerful nation is the beginning of wisdom. Nigerian Christians will never be this fortunate ever again. They cease to take this opportunity, because we know that the issue of Nigeria, beyond political class, is a struggle between the Muslims and the Christians. There was a time in Nigeria the Christians were had the larger population, but today it has been reversed. The Christian population has been reduced to 41%. The Muslim populations are now a little bit above 52%, while the remaining about 7% or 8% happens to be non-believers and traditionalists. That 10% margin is a lot. Is a lot. And this is why you can see we can have everything within the Nigerian contraption defending or somehow defending the Muslim cause. This is why you see that in northern state they can decide to close down schools for Ramadan. This is why you can see in Nigerian the Sultan can decide to send a letter to the southern governors that they do not have any effort to stop anybody that wants to establish a Sharia panel or Sharia court. This is why you see that in so many cases you would realize that the Muslims have more holidays than the Christian. This is why you see that in so many cases, right, you being a Muslim in Nigeria is somehow an advantage for you, most especially when you want to apply for the federal government work, for so many critical places. So these are the issues, and we must understand that if we miss this opportunity, then it's a non-starter. It is a garata. We might not ever in the future be able to speak, to liberate ourselves any further. I call on Akpabio to do the needful. What we need is not necessarily a division. What we want is, let us have the restructuring done, because the restructuring is the way to go. We cannot continue to cosmetize our problems. We cannot continue to apply cosmetic measures whereby we just pat ourselves in the back. Don't worry, let's move on. Don't worry, let's move on. And in the next few days there will be another provocation. We tell ourselves again, don't move. I mean, look at what's going on in Benue yesterday. Nothing less than 5 people were unalived by Fulani herders. Who were the people that provoked these people? It was the Fulani herders. They took their cows into these people's farm. They were grazing there. They warned them. Day 1, day 2, they did not agree. They wouldn't listen. Then the next time they went there, the indigenes of that land were very, very hungry, and then they attacked the cow, attacked the herder. In retaliation, the Fulani herders went in there and unalive 5 human beings. The videos have been going viral. In fact, the what's it called? The Republican who is behind this Christian emancipation in Nigeria, that Republican House of Rep, saw the video, saw the pictures. He also escalated it. All these things are simply caused because we did not have a restructured Nigeria. So that deception, this one that they are saying is called takiya in Islam. Oh, they will play along just to for you to think you are on their side. They are on your side. It's all deception. We see them now all of a sudden say, Donald Trump should come. They should come and kill the terrorists. They should come and ban the. You can't deceive us. Those who are supposed to speak, we know them. Yes, the heads of the Mieti Allah, the head of Islamic religion, who are supposed to cite a fatwa against these people. They are supposed to be leading the cause of the police every goddamn day. If the head of the Fulani does not want the Fulani people to be contrived or to be labeled as potential terrorists at every point in time, then they must say that, okay, we know that this is our business, and apparently it seems our business is causing chaos and crisis in this country. Now, for that reason, I call on the federal government by all means, create open grazing for us in social time and ban open grazing, after a period of a year or two, or and create state police, create state police instantly, ban open grazing in southern states immediately, and they must, with immediate effect, pump money into the north to have a ranch or whatever. Well, would they do it? Of course, they will not. Because what they do is, beyond grazing, they go for site survey. That's it. They go out for site survey. Because while they are carrying out their open grazing, they have access to see where it looks fertile. They look for, virgin lands that has not been occupied by humans, but it doesn't belong to them. So they hide under the guise that we are all around Nigeria, and they should have access to everywhere in the country, so they can walk around. And by that, when they encroach on people's sacred lands or people's farmland that they've suffered to till and toil, they feel offended. So this is just the issue we find ourselves. And the northern senators, the northern traditional rulers, all of them will always be quiet to actually accept the real solution, which is, let us restructure this nation. Let us have about three critical things, above all, which is the state police. When the state police is done, I am so damn sure all of this nonsense will stop. You can see them saying Donald Trump to come for Nigeria should not be restructured. Donald Trump to come, but Nigeria is not ready for state police. Donald Trump to come, but they should not take the resources. Oga, what is your resources? The people in Port Harcourt are not lamenting, because America posted a diagram that if they are going to mobilize their forces, they will have their base in Port Harcourt. Okay, the people of the Port Harcourt, okay, are not even complaining, but it is those who are in the far north who are saying, you see, I'm only. They are not saying that it is our resources that is in Port Harcourt the America actually want to come for. So they want America to have a base in Sambisa Forest. What is the logistics like? What will be the logistics like? When they need to move their bombs, their missiles, their tankers. So they should start moving it all the way from the Atlantic Ocean down here in Port Harcourt. They now stress, no. They know what they are doing. And they have used it for too long on us. They've tried to play excuse me, they've tried to play us for a very long time. And this is why they say that this opportunity will only come but once. If we fail, if the likes of Akpabio fail to restructure this country, then we must understand that we must never, ever speak that we deserve to be liberated again. Because there are some countries that got this opportunity. Some of them didn't even get up to 100% of this opportunity, and they were able to use it. Our voice must be loud. We need the assistance of America to reposition this country. We need the assistance of America to help us checkmate the powers that be. Yes. Yes. And I say yes again.
We don't want to push them into that terror beyond what they are doing now, because yes, it can get worse. They have shown us their willingness to negotiate. So people that are ready to negotiate, why are you rushing to just declare them bandits so that you can use whatever weapons you bought? Before, they used to catch Boko Haram and present them to the authorities in Zamfara. But now they're all terrorists. Secondly, the only door that remains, that is we clergy, to go in and negotiate with them, is closed down permanently.
Breaking news. Breaking news should not break the society. But a situation where somebody will sit in the comfort of his room and produce a report and produce fake pictures of 2023, when the Senate President with senators visited Port Harcourt on a very different thing and said, oh, Senate President answers President Trump. Who am I to answer President Trump? Have you ever heard of such a thing? And the Senate President said that Nigerians are not complaining, that we like the way we are living. That I can deal with it, but then that the Nigerians are not complaining. I have petitioned the police. I've also petitioned the DSS. The comment is in order. You are not hearing what I'm saying. I'm saying this time, the Senate President of Nigeria did not answer President Trump. And then that the quotation is meant to cause diplomatic row. It is the presidency that will answer President Trump. And all Nigerians are doing their best in that direction. But who is that person that will go and ascribe a comment to the Senate President when he was never met? So I believe the cyber crimes unit of the police, the DSS and others should find that character out, because it is meant to cause friction. It is meant to cause friction and put the Nigerian Senate in disrepute. I can only speak your voice. We have not discussed the comment of President Trump in chambers yet. I know we will. And I believe we will. Those in support that we should in future discuss this comment, say aye. Those again say nay. We shall. It's only then that the Senate President can make a comment. Not somebody sitting in his bedroom to talk nonsense.
Mr. President, Nigeria is a sovereign nation.
In this case, I did not say my mind.
I'm coming. Don't be scared. I can say.
I said
I'm not scared of Trump. I will say my mind.
President of a country be scared?
I'm a Nigerian. Nigeria is a sovereign nation. I'm a parliamentarian. I'm a deputy Senate President. I can speak on behalf of Nigeria. I'm not scared of Trump.
But do not allow others to speak for you.
Don't be scared of Trump.
You
can say your mind about Trump.
Get something.
We are a sovereign nation.
But get something. Don't allow people to ascribe what you did not say to you.
He did wrong, but he didn't say it. That's correct. You didn't say it.
Yes.
But what I'm saying
is that
you shouldn't be scared of saying anything.
No. If you want me to say it now, I will say.
We're not scared of Trump.
I will say, but then listen.
We're a sovereign nation. We're not scared of Trump.
I can only say what is discussed.
And he's saying lies about our country. What he's saying about our country is not correct. And we have the right to dispute what he said.
Clark, please delete what the Deputy Senate President has said. He spoke out of tune. Olamileko, don't encourage the Senate President or the Deputy Senate President to breach our rules. That's not the issue in discussion. Bring the section of the act. No, I said I'm talking about social media. So, Senator Karimi, don't plead with him. Let him continue to talk. Social media nobody should sit at home, and one day they may even say that Olamileko killed.